working our way slowly through Jeremiah chapter 13. Okay. And I think we're starting off in verse 19 this week. Remember verse 18, say unto the king and to the queen, humble yourselves, sit down. And this would be, humble yourself, sit down. This was, you're going to be a slave, the king and queen, they're going to be slaves, and you're going to have to humble yourself as a slave, sit down as a slave, for your principality shall come down, even the crown of your glory. So, and we come up verse 19, the cities of the south shall be shut up. And these cities of the, where am I here? Okay. Cities of the south, and this is in the south, these are the cities of the Negev desert, the southern district of Judah. They're blockaded, is what it turns out to be. Cities of the south are shut up, they're blockaded by Nebuchadnezzar's army, and they're put under siege, but they're all smaller cities, smaller towns. So there's, he doesn't need his whole army to block them up, but that's what he's saying here. The cities of the south shall be shut up, and this is when Nebuchadnezzar comes down, and none shall open them. Okay? No one's going to help them. They're fortified towns. No one's going to be there to raise the siege. And at this particular time also, Judah and Jerusalem, they were, if you will, putting out feelers with Egypt. Come and help us, please, help us. And they were no help. Egypt was not going to be any help. Okay, and during Jeremiah's time, Egypt actually put Judah under tribute. They had to pay taxes to Egypt. But and the captivity was actually the inevitable result of the capture of the fortified towns. Okay? You get all the fortified towns out of the way, then you can lay siege to Jerusalem. You take care of those armies that are defending those fortified towns, get them routed and killed, and of course it's said that the cities are coming from the captivity's coming from the north. And that's the way Nebuchadnezzar is going to head down, and they kind of Nebuchadnezzar's army, entering from the north. They're going to march along the fertile plain by the seacoast. They're going to come down there. Easy travel. They pick the easiest, except for some people. Let's see. In history, Hannibal, who was invading Rome, he came the hard way, took his elephants over the mountains like the Alps. Yeah, so he did it the hard way. But Nebuchadnezzar is going to come down this fertile plain near the seacoast, capturing the outlying cities, and before it attacked Jerusalem, get rid of all the competition, all the anybody that could help them. And so here, that's what we're talking about. Cities of the south shut up, none shall open them. Judah, and this is, Jeremiah is being a prophet here. He's telling the future, shall be carried away captive, all of it. It shall be wholly carried away captive. Everything's going to be gone. So, guys, in Judah, in Jerusalem, hey, lift up your eyes, look around, see what's happening, see what's going on, and all you have to do is look, And all you have to do is pay attention, especially to Jeremiah. Lift up your eyes and behold them that come from the north. Okay? Where is the flock that was given thee? Okay, this question here, where is the flock? That's talking about all of those little fortified towns that are going to be conquered first. You know, all those down in the south and around Jerusalem. Well, where is that flock? Where are those folks? And you know, where is the flock that was given thee? Thy beautiful flock. Okay? They're gone. They're going to be gone, and Jerusalem's going to be on its own. Okay? And then, another question here. What wilt thou say when he shall punish thee? What are you going to say when Jehovah comes for, you know, this punishment, this judgment on Judah and Jerusalem? What are you going to say? Okay? You know, what say thou, O Jerusalem, when Jehovah, you know, shall set over thy head those whom thou hast taught to be, this is a paraphrase, whom thou hast taught to be thy bosom friends. Okay, you know, they've been thinking, oh, you know, Babylon, you know, they'll be our friends. Egypt, they'll be our friends. You know, anybody in between, well, they aren't the Assyrians anymore. The Assyrians were captured by Nebuchadnezzar. But what are you going to say? Okay? What will you say when he shall punish me? For thou hast taught them to be captains. Okay? You've taught Jerusalem. You've taught your people that Nebuchadnezzar and his army, that they will be, you know, they're going to be captains, and Egypt is going to help us, and Egypt will be captains, and as chief over thee. Okay, shall not sorrows take thee, as a woman in travail? It's going to be so miserable. You're going to feel like, you know, a lady having a baby in travail. That's usually what that woman in travail, that's what it refers to, is giving birth, and the you know, the pain and all of that goes along with it. And you know, I know all you ladies, all you mothers, you know all about that. And now, you know, I don't know anything about that.
Kidney stones.
Huh?
Kidney stones.
Actually, hot flashes. I am having hot flashes. Yeah. And that's all part of my health situation. But all of a sudden, I'm feeling like, oh, wow, this room sure heat up. Get me outside. Let me turn on the air conditioner in the car. But, you know, anyway. So, you know, there's going to be sorrow just like that, just like a lady giving birth. And if thou say in thine heart, wherefore come these things upon me? Oh, now you're going to be saying, oh, you know, like we do, why me, Lord? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Why me? And we moan and complain, because something's going on in our lives. Why me? Wherefore come these things upon me? Well, how have you been treating God in your lives up to now? You know? I mean, it's obvious. And wherefore, for the greatness of thine iniquity are thy skirts discovered, and thy heels made bare. Oh, we've got all these little statements here like, what is skirts discovered, thy heels made bare, okay? Well, in the rich and powerful ladies, you know, the higher ups, like I said, rich and powerful, they would wear, you know, I mean, nice clothes, okay? Long flowing robes, nice shoes, you know, all the makeup and the jewelry and all that sort of stuff. But all of this, the pretty clothes, okay? And they're worn by the ladies, you know, of rank. And they are to be laid aside that they might do servants' slave work. Okay, all those that fine linen clothes and all of that. Well, that's out. You know, some Babylonian lady, you know, wife of a soldier, is going to get, you know, your fine clothes, you know, and so they get, you know, they're doing menial work, bare-legged, you know. They would have to cinch up their you know, the short skirts, whatever, bare legs, like slaves, okay, and barefoot. Bare legs, barefoot, no, you know, no fine shoes, and if you are not used to walking in, you know, in bare feet out in the rocks, that hurts. You know, I see a lot of times, you know, I can see, well, some of the kids, they'll get out there in our little play yard there, it's all rocks, barefoot, and or they're walking across the, you know, like up here, you know, in the gravel, barefoot. And how did they? Yeah, but that's how the ladies are going. They're going to be barefoot, bare legs. Oh, you know, they're going to be out in the sun, getting sunburned, okay, all of that, and like slaves, okay, and you know the ill usage of the heels is the tramping around barefoot, okay, and very painful if you're not used to it. Okay. Any of you ladies wander around out in the parking lots or anything like that barefoot? Okay, so you're probably used to it, right? Doesn't quite hurt as much. You got your feet all toughened up. Yeah. So because of your sin, you know, because of your iniquity, your skirts discovered, your heels are made bare. Okay? And now, we're full of questions here. Verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin? Okay. Now, in those days, the Ethiopians would be, well, let's see, the colored folk, the Negroes. Okay. The African.
Black, let's just say black.
Yeah. Yes, the black folks, yeah. But, and you do have to put, anytime that's mentioned, it's capitalized now. In print, black is capitalized. It doesn't matter, you know, who cares? But that's who he's mentioning here. Can the Ethiopian change his skin? No, he can't. Or the leopard, his spots? Okay. No. Well, then, says, you know, you can't change. Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Okay? You're not going to change the way you're doing stuff. You're not going to change, and because sins are too bad, you're not going to change. That's why you're in. That's the answer to the question. Why is this stuff coming to me? Okay, because you aren't going to change. You aren't going to follow God. You're going to continue to worship those idols. Okay? And can't change your skin, can't change your spots. Therefore will I scatter them as the stubble that passeth away by the wind of the wilderness. The stubble, when you've got your grain, your corn, your barley, or your wheat, okay, and they thresh the wheat to get the kernels of wheat or barley that they need, and then the stubble, what's left over, is either burned up or just thrown away and blown in the wind. So I'm going to scatter, and he's talking here again. Here he's talking to king and queen, the rich folks. Okay, scatter them as the stubble that passeth away by the wind of the wilderness. This is thy lot. This is what's happening to you. The portion of thy measures from me. Okay? The scales are being balanced, and this is your portion. Okay, saith the Lord, and it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be comfortable. It's going to be horrible. You're going to be slaves. You're going to, and 70 years in captivity, you're going to die there as a slave. Okay? No more nice clothes, no more nice shoes, no more makeup or jewelry, nothing like that, because thou hast forgotten me. Forget God and see what happens. And like I said, not pretty. And trusted in falsehood. You're trusting in lies, vain lies. You're trusting in vain conversation, lies, untruth, and therefore will I discover thy skirts upon thy face, that thy shame may appear. Okay? These would be, the skirts upon thy face. They're like you said, the rich ladies would put a veil around their face, and that's, those are gone too. They're part of your pretty get up, if you will, and now your shame is appearing. I have seen thy adulteries and thy neighings. Okay, this neighings, referring to the horse neighings when it's in distress, if you will. I've seen your adulteries. I've seen that, the lewdness of thy whoredom. I mean, God is not, he's not being, loving and so I'm, he's not being, this is what you get when you, build up your sin and forget God. Okay? The lewdness of thy whoredom and thine abominations. It's not, these are not, what we call normal sins, We've got, little white lies, that's a little itty bitty sin, right? But it's still a sin, okay? And, anyway, but these are the worst sins. They are the abominations. They are the complete opposite of little white lies down here. Well, and, if you want to rank your sins, God doesn't rank your sins. It's still a sin, no matter what it is. But up here, way up here, are the abominations. these are the really bad. You know, this is forgetting God, is what these are. Okay? These are not obeying God at all. No, they're all the same. Well, we like to you know, level them out. Oh, this sin isn't so bad. You know, this sin's a little, you know, a little worse, but it's still, you know, down here.
It's a one or a two.
Yeah, but then we get up to, yeah, oh those 10. Oh yeah, those 10 sins. Yeah, those are really bad. Well, thine abominations are way above 10. You know, and thine abominations on the hills and the fields. Woe unto thee, O Jerusalem! Wilt thou not be made clean? When shall it once be? Okay? Are you going to turn away? Well, we'll come back and ask those same questions 70 years from now after you've been a slave for 70 years. Yeah, so when shall it once be? And we finish the chapter. Yay.